everybody? Welcome back to the Ring Banter Podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Bain, with Gabe Jones, Bradley Bain, and Tyler Bain. This time he is finally joining us. Welcome back.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah,
After its 3-day hiatus, basically.
3 week
My
hiatus.
hibernation came in.
Yeah, it did. Anyways, I'm going to start off. I got quite a bit of news, and some that involves Vince McMahon.
Oh God, I don't even know what this is. So I remember talking about it, but I don't remember
Have y'all,
what
any
you
of
said.
y'all, none of y'all seen this?
No, I
I've
have
seen,
not
I
seen
think
that.
I've.
Okay.
It depends on what you're talking about, because this dude's been
I've
anyway.
seen two things from.
Okay, well, here's one thing. John Laurinaitis, former WWE executive and co-defendant in the high-profile lawsuit filed against Vince McMahon, has agreed to go with Janelle Grant. So
He's done this multiple times, by the way.
yes. So he's
He keeps
helping
switching back and
Janelle.
forth.
He's helping Janelle Grant to provide evidence in her case. Laurinaitis has reached a confidential settlement with Grant. According to the statement, John Laurinaitis has agreed to cooperate and provide evidence to Janelle Grant's lawsuit against Vince McMahon and WWE. His representatives call it a pivotal next step toward holding McMahon and WWE accounting and bringing justice to Miss Grant after years of sexual abuse and trafficking. They added that Mr. Laurinaitis looks forward to moving on with his life. We cannot provide any additional details at this time. Wasn't Laurinaitis rumored to be one of the ones that was, you know,
Good. Yeah,
Yes.
Yep.
that's
with
wild.
whatever on her back.
God.
Yeah.
All right, what was the other one?
Load.
But the other Vince thing, did you read about that?
Yeah, I have it. I'm just saving that for last.
But,
Um,
but
so
yeah, it looks like Laura
apparently,
Knight is only doing it for the bigger amount of money.
yeah. Apparently, Jordan Grace has been asked to wrestle the WWE style from now on.
Uh,
According to Fightful Select, reports that WWE officials emphasized the importance of wrestling the WWE style to Jordan, which prioritized performer safety. It was made clear that such high risk maneuvers and dangerous bumps are not to be normalized with the NXT environment. And
I
she
do
gonna,
agree.
she gonna have
She's
to
kind
change
of
her finisher
dangerous.
then.
yeah, because they talk
Yeah.
about the Julia spot where she dumped her on her head.
Yeah, I saw
Oh
that. That was
yeah.
like, yeah, she is kind of. So,
So I got that. Bradley, you're going to talk about that. Okay, now to the Vince McMahon. Well, now it's confirmed, but Vince McMahon has launched a new business venture known as 14th and 1, or I. The business
yeah, it was something
venture,
based on his job.
yeah, the business venture will purpose opportunities in sports, media, and entertainment. Um, WrestleNomics
So it's
notes,
basically another XFL.
no, not
It's
like
not
that.
anything wrestling wise, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing
no, that's what
is.
I'm saying.
So at
Yeah.
this point, there's no indication that 14 and 1 will be pursuing any type of business related to professional wrestling. So to me, it sounds like it's gonna be like a media like sports channel. Like I don't know.
He needs to sit his old butt down somewhere.
I
Oh
don't,
my
I don't think anybody wants to
god.
work with him now, especially
Oh
women.
yeah, you bugging after everything that came
Yeah.
out? Really?
Hey, if he'll pay people a pretty penny, I'm sure they will.
He just wants to make money
Oh.
so he can get more.
He got money. He
I
just.
know,
Oh
but he
my
Yes.
wants more.
gosh, bro.
You know,
He has
Vince, he wants more.
grandchildren. Go spend time with your grandchildren, bro.
Well,
God,
I
y'all
would have
they're
sit
around
your
not
my
baby
speaking.
grandchildren.
down.
I'll
Around
be
my
I thought they were
coming.
grandchildren.
speaking. I thought they were speaking. Like they came out that they were
No, I
speaking
think
again.
Vince is only speaking to Shane.
Yeah, all I've seen that he's been
Oh,
speaking to Shane.
Yeah.
From what
oh,
we hear, I mean, we don't
And
know if
he
that's true
says
or
he
not.
hates the new product that he's doing.
oh, I bet he does.
I was hearing
Cause
rumors
it
that
ain't
he
him.
was going to buy. He was wanting to buy WWE back, and
Yes. Yeah,
let's
I
hope
saw
that
that.
does not happen.
I don't
Okay,
think he's going to.
A lot of people want him to, but
Who? Who the
they
fuck?
said
wants
TKO is
to?
terrible.
Dude, the
They said
AEW
TKO
boys.
is terrible. No, they're just saying with the ads and everything that's going
That's
on. I
true.
Okay,
mean,
That's true.
but
That
But
is true.
that's
yes,
also
that
Vince
is
McMahon's
true.
fault.
And
So,
the prices have gone up. I am going to say that.
yeah.
They have gone up.
for
Yeah, I was
PLEs, I
looking
know
at
for
WrestleMania,
tickets
that was
for
sure.
too much.
Raw. I was looking for tickets at Raw, and the cheapest tickets I saw were $100 and something, like 120
Raw.
for Raw.
Well, no, well, like I said, I've seen tickets for Raw. They've been fairly cheaper
Hmm.
than that, but I don't know what Raw you were looking at.
I
The
was
one
looking
in
at the one in
Houston.
Houston
Well,
because I
Oh
was
my
going to go.
gosh,
usually
really?
if you wait until like the week of, the tickets will drop
Yeah,
down
And
in
nobody sold
price.
anything.
So,
yeah.
but anyways, Bradley, what did you have?
Well, it's kind of confirmed. Mariah May is like WWE bound, and she is departing AEW. So I'm happy about that. I think she could be good in NXT at first.
Hmm.
Get replace some women that are leaving for the main roster.
Yeah. Let's hope she's. I mean, I never watched her, so I don't know.
She's
Cause
all
she
right at
as soon
wrestling,
as
I
I started
think.
watching AEW, she was pretty much gone. So
Yeah, she lost the title to Tony or whatever.
yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know what her wrestling is like, so I don't know.
Well,
Oh, do we want to talk about the? I mean, I don't know if this is AEW or WWE, but Will Ospreay talking about how he wants AJ Styles to match with him at AEW.
Yeah.
no.
Which, please no. Um,
AJ
but
Styles is like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want none.
That's what
I don't want to.
Oh,
I
that's
want number
great.
Uh, so the only news I have is that reportedly that Metro Boomin has signed a deal with WWE to record some new theme songs for Seth Rollins, Bianca Belair. Hold on. It's Seth Rollins, Bianca Belair, LA Knight, and Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, let's hope that happens because Def Rebel, not it.
Yes, and I think
I do
Metro
like
Boomin will
Fatu's theme song.
actually. I
Oh
really
my
do
God.
think he'll actually do really good on some of these songs.
Yeah.
He's a great fucking producer. So
Gabe, you got anything?
Yeah, I thought it's interesting how Saudi Arabia sold out Night of Champions in 2 hours, less than 2 hours. Um,
What?
25,000 people, and that bitch sold out in less than 2 hours.
there's
That's
no fucking
insane.
way.
For Night
That
of
shit.
Champions.
Hey, that's why they keep going back to Saudi. Why do you think
Yeah.
They're the money,
WWE
like
keeps
bro. That's
going
where they
back
make
to
the
Saudi?
most
You
fucking
know what this
money, other
means,
than Las
guys?
Vegas.
This means it's more than likely Saudi
WrestleMania,
Mania.
Saudi Mania.
Oh
It's
no.
more
Oh,
than likely the money.
Oh
The money's
no.
The
there.
Oh
money's talking
no.
to
Yeah. And Triple
WWE
H is
right
like,
now.
No.
oh yeah, the money. Oh.
They're gonna have Saudi Mania every.
also, I wanted to get y'all's reaction on the what's happening on All In Weekend and all the booking that because a lot of people are claiming that WWE is booking against AEW because it's
Yes.
essentially the biggest show of the year. So I
Um.
wanted to get
What?
y'all's opinions on that.
What is it? Just a Raw or is it like?
No, it's
Or,
so Saturday, July 12th, you have NXT Great American Bash that morning. Then you have Saturday night's main event that night, and then you
oh,
have all Evolution Sunday.
There's 4 pay-per-views.
There's no
4
way we're gonna be
pay-per-views.
able to cover all that shit, dude.
well, we're
There's
not
no
watching
fucking
Saturday
way.
night's
Why are they
main
doing
event.
all these pay-per-views? Like, because we have Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank on the same day. Back to
They're
back.
literally back to back. Oh, and also I looked it up. So they're not in the same venue, but they're literally 7 minutes apart from each other. And I think once Worlds Collide in, then Money in the Bank
It starts
starts.
Money in the Bank.
That's
Yeah.
Like it's
wild.
like it's
So
like
It
how do
starts
they have
the.
time to
But does
get
it start the kickoff or just it starts Money in the Bank?
I think it might start because Worlds Collide is 4 hours away. So I don't know how long it's gonna be, but it's gonna be like basically, WWE runs a 4-hour PLEs for the most part. So
Actually, speaking of Worlds Collide, we could talk about this. They just threw out a spoiler on Raw for fucking Chad Gable versus El Vikingo that it's going to be for the AAA World Title. When you know Alberto El Patron
up.
is the champion.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, Chad Gable
they
gets the main
spoiled the
event
shit out of
spot.
that.
Well,
they don't give a dang.
to get back to Gabe's question, honestly, I'm loving it because it's just showing that they're better than AEW, and there's nothing that they could do about it.
But
Because
let's be
people are
honest.
going to watch whatever WWE puts out.
Wait, Tony's on here.
Are they
That's
going to
not
watch
true.
Saturday night's
That's
main
not true.
event?
Brett or Tyler, yes, they are.
No,
You
I'm
put
not watching
fucking
it.
Cody
This shit is
Rhodes
ass.
or Jey Uso or John Cena, people are going to be watching.
They're gonna have. Where's the All In will be done by the time
Okay, but if they
Saturday
do
night's main
that,
event starts. But
cut down the fucking commercials. They should
No,
know
cut
better
down the
from last time.
They should.
They need to just do 3 matches or 2 because that they need more
I
time.
would.
for those
Okay,
matches.
no, I think that
Too much
when they did,
matches is too much commercials.
I think they did when they did 4 matches. I think it was they had a lot of time to breathe. But when you put 5 to 6 matches on Saturday night event, you're going to expect
Well, I don't think they put
shit.
5 or 6
They did put
matches
6.
this last
They
time.
did. They put 4 last time, and then now they put 5, and it was
I
shit.
might do 3 from now on
have to.
because the main
3
event,
to
Tyler,
4
was
is where
3
it's good.
minutes. 3 minutes TV
Yes.
time.
Yes,
That's bad
exactly. I know. That's
for
what
the
I'm
World
saying.
Heavyweight Champion. That's
3
only
to
3
4
minutes.
matches should only be for Saturday night's main event.
All right, well, let's start talking about Raw. Unless anybody else got anything. Okay.
Not that I know.
All right, well, Raw this week was in Tampa, Florida. The show opens with Seth Rollins and his crew. Paul Heyman introduces himself, and he goes on to introduce Braun Breaker, and then Seth Rollins. And the crowd chants CM Punk, but Paul Heyman says he's not here because of Bronson Reed. Paul mentions Bronson Reed attacking Seth Rollins, which I was wondering if they were ever going to talk about that or they were just going to ignore that.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman then says to acknowledge Seth freaking Rollins. And Seth says was his vision. The fans chant "You sold out," and he says to who? Himself. Then the fans chant "Fuck you, Rollins," but of course Netflix had to keep cutting it out, which sucks. Then Rollins says, 5 minutes ago, y'all were singing my song. So then the fans start singing his song. Like, make up your damn
So
mind.
these
I mean,
fucking
John
fans are
Cena's right.
bipolar.
John Cena's been right.
Yep. So Rollins calls them morons, and he says again he would be champion right now if it wasn't for Sammy and CM Punk. And he says he's going to win the Money in the Bank so he could have total control. So good little promo by Seth. Next up, we have Penta versus Dragon Lee versus Chad Gable in a Money in the Bank qualifier match, and this match was a fucking banger. Penta did so he grabbed Dragon Lee with his arms like that, and then he grabbed Chad Gable and was going for like a pile driver kind of thing.
Almost
Gable
killed
landed
Gable.
straight on
And-
his fucking face.
Yeah, he lands straight on his fucking face. It looked really painful, and I guess he did at the same time like a backbreaker to Dragon Lee. I don't know. Pretty cool, but besides the fact Chad Gable almost getting injured. Let's see. Gable talks shit to El Vikingo, and then Dragon Lee does like a fucking crazy suicide dive to Penta. Penta was set up on the announce table, and Dragon Lee just
That's
comes out of
probably
nowhere.
That's probably one of the best suicide dives of.
And McAfee went, "Oh shit!" Like he stalled it, and then he said it, and they didn't bleep it out.
Yeah. Chad Gable attacks Vikingo. Dragon Lee hits a poison rana to Penta. Then hits a nasty power bomb on Chad Gable. He does that like running power bomb thing that he does, like spins around and picks him up power bomb. Yeah, but whenever he power bombed Chad Gable like landed on his fucking neck. Like he was just getting fucked up that match. Chad Gable.
Dave overstalls too,
He
though.
wanted to fight luchadors.
Penta goes for the Penta driver on Dragon Lee, but Gable picks up Penta, and while Penta kind of has him in that Penta driver position, Gable comes up from behind and does a German suplex to both of them. That was pretty cool. Um, Gable threw Lee into the turnbuckle. Gable goes for the moonsault, but Vikigo attacks Gable. Then Lee hits a double stomp to Gable off the top. Then Penta hits a Mexican destroyer. So yeah, like Lee rolled into the stomp right after, and then he popped back up, and then
Very
straight
smooth
into the
sequence.
Mexican destroyer.
Very smooth sequence for sure.
And then Penta driver for the win on Gable. But Gable got busted open during the match. I don't know when it was. I think maybe.
I believe it was when Valkingo. Actually, I want to say because he
Kicked him in
didn't
the head
start
for
bleeding
real?
until after. Yeah, I want to say he kicked him in the head. Actually,
But yeah, Penta qualifies in the Money in the Bank with Solo and LA Knight. So I thought that was a
Okay.
pretty good match. Next is the Tag Team Championship match with the New Day versus War Raiders versus American Made. But before the match, we have a backstage segment with Sammy, and he's saying he should have been out there, but Jey Uso says for what is about their selves, and he goes for he's got Sammy's back, and they do their little handshake thing. Yeah. And the match starts, and everyone starts brawling. American Made and New Day team up with the War Raiders. New Day and American Made pose together, and then it goes to commercial break. Xavier did the Ric Flair strut during the match. Julius Creed did a nice superplex to Eric. Then Xavier hit an elbow drop on Julius. Then Ivar hit a frog splash on Xavier, but everyone broke the count. So all those moves right there were like in the same sequence, like back to back to back. Da, 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 da. Okay, Brutus did a springboard Brutus ball to Eric from the outside of the ring. So like he jumped from the inside onto the rope and then to the outside on Eric. Which I don't like the Brutus ball, but that was pretty impressive. Ivar did his crossbody into the apron spot to Kofi, but the screen started short circuiting, as Michael Cole would say. The screen is short circuiting! Stupid. And then Xavier rolled up Julius Creed for the win. So there's that. I really don't care about the Raw Tag
I
Team
don't.
division.
Yeah, it's so shit. I feel like
Yeah.
they. I really
It's the
think
same three
Fraxium.
teams.
It
I
is
know.
the
I
same
really
three
feel like
teams fighting.
Fraxium should have won just to help improve the
Yeah,
tag team
I feel
division.
like
That's
they
what I
should have.
thought.
Yeah. All right, next up we have a backstage segment with Liv Morgan and Kyrie Sane, and Io Sky is also there. Liv Morgan talks shit to Kyrie, saying that she wants to match tonight, and Morgan says, "You're on." So that's later. Here we go. Then Jey Uso comes out and he eats with all the kids like he always does. He always loves to eat with kids.
Yep.
They're all
I
eating
mean,
together.
At the same time.
Jey Uso says Logan Paul got yeeted on. Then he says John Cena's going to get yeeted on. But then the real world champion comes out. Gunther interrupts.
yeah, I
Not
agree.
the real world champion. Jey
Um,
Uso's the real world champion. You beat him at WrestleMania.
Yes.
The fans chant "You tapped out" to Gunther. Gunther says congratulations for his first successful defense on Logan Paul. He says you have your friends back whenever they need you. There's a great qualities for a human being. Oh, those are great qualities for a human being, but bad qualities for a champion, which I really like that line. Once again, he says being a world champion doesn't come natural to you. He says, guess how I become a champion for over a year? Because the only person I cared about was myself. He don't. He claims that he's going to take back his world champion. Jey Uso says that he's a real one. He fights for his family, and they fight for me. Jey Uso says that he knows Gunther in and out. Jey Uso says he's going to beat Gunther again. Tyler, say his line.
Yes. Yeet.
Alright.
All right, skip this segment. Okay.
That wasn't good enough. Bradley, say his line.
Yeah, say his line, Bradley.
4 letters.
Oh,
Oh,
you fucked it up.
no, yeet.
Nope, you fucked
No,
it up.
yeet.
No, no.
All
Nope,
right.
it didn't finish me.
Next up, we have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez on ringside versus Kyrie Sane. Liv Morgan looked hot as fuck, dude.
Of course, I already
Oh,
knew
of
this
course, Nathan.
motherfucker was gonna say it. I already knew he was gonna.
Mm.
He didn't pay attention to that match not one
But
bit,
He was
bro.
Stephanie
staring at her
back there is
fucking
better,
ass
in
the
my
whole
opinion.
time. I bet.
Titus O'Neil was in the crowd.
No fucking way. No,
Yes, he
was he
was.
actually?
He was in the
Oh my
crowd.
god!
Did he say he's coming
Remember
back
when
to
he
wrestling?
fell?
Yeah, he's coming for WrestleMania. He's going to fight John
He's
Cena.
gonna run down the ramp to face Cena and fall on his face like he did
Yeah.
at
The greatest Royal Rumble, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah. Kyrie hit a nice running forearm to Liv Morgan with a power bomb to Liv. And then Liv powerbombed Kyrie on the outside of the ring. Liv Morgan went for the three amigos. Yay. I love it when everybody does that move. Not.
Yes.
Kyrie countered the third suplex like they always do and hit Liv with a spear, which I didn't know Kyrie does a spear.
Does she do a spear?
I mean, everybody
Everybody
does a
does
spear.
Everybody does a spear.
Yeah, everyone does a spear now.
Tony
You
Soprano
can
does a spear.
They want to be.
Yeah.
They want to be Roman.
Kyrie hit a flying forearm off the top rope, but Liv Morgan kicked out. Liv jumps off the second rope and hit a code breaker, which was pretty cool. Kyrie kicks out. Liv hit a backstabber on Kyrie. Then Kyrie and Liv they botch a pin, and it was awkward. They were like rolling each other up or whatever. It was just weird and awkward. Kyrie hits a bad Alabama slam on Liv. It was probably also Liv's fault too, the way she bumped for it. It was weird. Kyrie goes for the insane elbow, but Roxanne throws Kyrie off the top rope, and Raquel is yelling at Roxanne because why? Roxanne was just helping, and then Raquel's like, "Fuck off." But Kyrie rolled up Liv Morgan for the win, which was actually surprising to me.
Well, Roxanne's trying to have Dominic. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Dominic's
Sure.
going to have another one. That is better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he does it.
Next up is a video package of Rhea Ripley, and she just says that mommy is always on top, and she's going to win the Money in the Bank. So there's that.
For God's sakes,
Yeah, she
no.
is.
Yeah.
I don't want her to win the
Right
Money in the
now,
Bank.
who do y'all think is actually going to win?
To me, it's
Naomi.
either fuck no.
I mean,
Look,
oh my
hear me out.
gosh, y'all
Fuck
cannot be
no.
serious.
She's
You know what they're
terrible,
gonna do with
Gabe.
that
She's
briefcase?
terrible.
You know what they're going to do with that briefcase if Naomi won?
We're going
They
for
will put the
caution
proceed
tape.
with caution
They're gonna
tape. Dude, I'm right. Look,
Gabe, you
they're gonna
actually
do
like
just
that?
to sell 'em. Just to sell them. Just
Bad
to sell 'em.
option.
I'm
Okay, I
gonna
think
say
I
this.
want it to be Roxanne.
I want it to be
Okay,
Roxanne
fine,
too,
her
but I
lead.
also could see it being.
It's probably going to be Rhea Ripley, guys. I'm sorry.
No, I think
Okay,
it'll be
bro,
Naomi.
I'm done with
Actually.
this shit,
Now
bro.
that I'm thinking about it,
I will
might
never
be
watch
Naomi.
Money in the Bank again, bro. If that shit happens, I swear this shit been pissing me off
Rhea
every
Ripley is
year.
Rhea Ripley. I don't care.
Oh my gosh, she
Gabe,
can
do you hate
fart.
Rhea
She can
Ripley?
fart and get a title shot. Like she doesn't
Okay.
need the damn thing, bro.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Next. God.
All right. Backstage segment with Judgment Day, and they're mad at Roxanne, but Finn is trying to take her side, and Liv Morgan says Roxanne should have known better, and that was the end of that bullshit. My least favorite part of the show. Next up, we have a Lyra Valkyria promo in the ring. She talks about the rematch for the Money in the Bank, but she says, "Why would I accept when I've already beaten Becky twice?" She says that she didn't feel any satisfaction when she beat Becky. She says Becky's ego is still through the roof. She calls Becky a rat with a piece of cheese, which was a weird line. And she couldn't let her go to the Money in the Bank, meaning she couldn't let her win that match for the qualification. She says that Becky got in her fiance's face, tried to break her arm, so now it's personal. Then out comes the most overrated wrestler in today's age, Becky Lynch. And she's so fucking corny, it's embarrassing. She says, I didn't make it personal. You cost me my opportunity. And she says she went home to her hot husband, Seth Rollins, if nobody knows. And Lyra went to the hospital. Becky says, if I beat you for that title, you will never fight me again. Then Lyra says, that's fine. I could beat you with my eyes closed. Becky says, I'm not finished. If I beat you, you have to raise my hand. And Lyra says she has no problem, but she's not going to lose.
Bad feeling about that damn match.
Yeah, I just don't even care about it at this point. Sammy is walking backstage and getting ready for his match. Then here comes Karrion Kross, and the crowd went fucking wild whenever he popped up on the screen. The pop was
Yep.
insane. So Triple H, please listen to the fans. Put Karrion Kross on the TV.
They're
Karrion tried.
not.
I know.
Nope, they're not going to though. Yeah.
They're just punishing him
For what though?
for trying to
For
get over
fucking
for
trying to get
himself
over himself
We'll see.
and on that
and
like
saying all that
podcast.
shit. Supposedly some of it was real.
Well, Karrion tries to get in Sammy's head, but Sammy says, I don't have time for your mind games. He goes to walk away, and Karrion goes, Sammy, you'll never win the title.
Yeah.
You'll never win
He's
that title.
so, bro. He says that and then watch. Fucking
Sammy's gonna win it.
he's gonna win the Rumble, bro.
They're
He's
doing
Sammy-
this whole thing.
Yeah. Well, Sammy says, I'll deal with you later, and that was the end of that.
If
Finally, we
Jay
had
can
the...
win it, Sammy can.
Yeah, for real. Finally, we had the main event. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman is at ringside versus Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. Sami immediately went for Seth Rollins, clotheslined him out of the ring. Finn Balor hit the inverted DDT and the DDT at the same time on both of them. Sami hit Seth Rollins in his head a bunch of time, and every time Sami would like punch Rollins in the face, Paul Heyman was like, oh, like acting like he was getting fucking hit. It was kind of stupid, but
That's what he would do when Roman Reigns was
yeah.
like, oh, my tribal chief.
Sammy did his springboard moonsault to the outside that did Sabu's signature pose, so a tribute to Sabu right there. Sammy did the sunset flip powerbomb off the top rope to Rollins. Sammy had hit a superplex at the top rope, and immediately after Seth Rollins hits what did I fuck up there? Somebody hit Sammy with the superplex, and then immediately Seth Rollins hit a frog splash on the Sammy. Okay. And
Nathan ran into a botch.
Yeah, ran into a botch. Finn Balor and Seth Rollins team up on Sami Zayn, but Sami fights them both off. Seth had hit a pedigree onto Finn, I mean. But Sami rolls up Seth. Seth kicks out and then hits a pedigree on Sami. But Sami kicks out. Balor tries to hit the coup de grace on Sami, but he rolls out. Then Seth hit a curve stomp on the Finn. Then Sami hit the haluva kick. And then Braun Breaker and somebody kicked out. Oh no, Braun Breaker pulled Sami from the under the ropes before the 3 count, and Bronson Reed is also out there as well now. Breaker and Bronson beat down Sami, but Jey Uso comes out and jumps on to Bronson and Jey. He gives super kicks to Bronson and Breaker, but Seth Rollins grabs Jey Uso, then Breaker spears him. Then Dirty Dom slides in the chair, and then Finn Balor's crawling towards the chair, but he gets curb stomped right on top of it. So sadly, Seth Rollins is the 4th man in the Money in the Bank. I really don't want him in that match.
They have done this story with Finn for the past 2 summers, by the way.
What, him getting curb stomped onto something?
Yeah. Or the Money in the Bank briefcase. This has happened 2
Um,
summers now.
Yeah.
I just want to note that. Do y'all see how many Jey Uso storylines that are involved with him?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's like 2.
Punk and Sammy, then the Gunther one, and then the fucking Cody Rhodes one now.
Yeah.
3.
And the stuff with
The
Seth Rollins.
3.
Okay, well then after the match, Seth Rollins demands Breaker to spear Sami, but then CM Punk music's hit. and Bronson Reed and what's his name, fucking Paul and Breaker are like walking up the ramp and to like find him, but CM Punk came from behind, gives Seth Rollins to go to sleep and then Breaker and Bronson run back to the ring, but Punk flees, and that's how Monday Night Raw ends. So, all right, AEW Dynamite.
Okay.
No, Nathan's been brainwashed. Oh no.
It was
Yeah,
a okay episode of Raw. It was better than last week's for sure.
It seems like there wasn't that many segments. It feels like
I'm
they kind of
glad.
spread it out more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All right.
All right,
Oh,
NXT.
yup. Night starts off with Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints for the North American Championship. Um, Ethan didn't have his smile. Kind of made me mad. This whole song comes out like, what are we doing?
Ego.
Booker T, so stupid. He's like, no smile, no plan, no jivey, just business, dog. I'm like, bro, if you don't say so much.
Tries to make up shit out of fucking nowhere.
Just business.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh my god, that dude's gold. They get in the ring and a brawl happens. Like, so when they're doing, like the title announcements and all that, they start fighting. Security comes out, starts breaking them up. Security stays out there for a long time, by the way, but we'll get into that. So yeah, so basically, they just like, oh yeah, so security's in there separating apart, and then they're like, all right, just fuck it. So then the referee just rings the bell, and the security just leaves. But again, they'll be back.
Yeah.
So then they start the match. Ethan Page goes for an Ego's Edge, but reverses it. And Ricky Saints reverses it and pulls Ethan out to the crowd. Jesus, why am I getting low? Okay. Ethan grabs a chair. But then Ricky reverses it. But the Ego kind of reverses that and then pushes him to the steps. Security comes out again for some weird reason. Well, it's supposed to be a normal match, but then Ava comes out and she's like, all right, you know what? She doesn't say it on a mic though. Like, she speaks to the ref and then speaks to commentary, but we can't hear her. So that's why I thought it was weird. So apparently what Booker T and them said was she wants the match to finish, so she doesn't really care if weapons and stuff get involved. But anyway, I guess
she
she
said,
told the
"Fuck the
refs,
rules."
use it to your discretion. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which what I got was no DQ, but again. Okay, so then they go on commercial break, but then you can still see them fighting. They start fighting in the crowd. But again, security is still out there trying to, I guess, get them back in the ring. That's just too much going on right now. I mean, they're fighting all up the ramp, and like I said, security is still trying to get them. They even get behind the commentary table, which I think is crazy. Booker T, they were all out the way, and they're just beating each other up on the table. And Booker T's mic like went off, so we couldn't hear him for like a good 2 minutes.
Turn it back on.
Funny.
He's probably like moaning in the fucking microphone.
They're on top of me.
All meat on that table.
Oh my god. Ethan Page starts getting pissed off and starts hitting the security guards. So they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna catch a fine for that. But
Yeah.
So then that chair that they got introduced earlier was just propped up in a weird spot. I was like, okay, here we go with this. So then they get back in front of the announcer's table, and so why the security guards just back up then? So they're in front of the table, and the security guard's like, all right, y'all got it. So then
We don't want the table to break.
Ricky Saints looks like back. I don't know why he looks that way, but then Ethan grabs his arm and then hits him with a cutter RKO on the chair.
Yeah, and he was like,
which I really thought, yeah, oh my god, I really thought his throat was gone. I mean, hell, the way it looked,
I
I
fucking
mean,
landed on the chair.
he was like when Shane
God
McMahon
damn.
like would get fucking hit, bah, gah, like it's exactly.
You fucking landed crazy on the fucking
It was a good
chair.
spot though. I liked it.
oh, that was crazy. Holy crap. Yeah, so then they get back in the ring. So obviously he's selling his throat.
Hmm.
And then I thought that was it because after the cutter, he hits the ego's edge, and then Ricky kicked out though. I was like, oh my gosh. Well, she broke my TV.
Tyler, do you see that? That's my Xbox profile picture. That's Edge. Like I took a picture of that.
Oh,
It's.
y'all talking about Ricky Saints.
I
Remember when
saw,
Cope and
I saw that
I'm sorry,
in the
it just
background,
popped
and I
up
was.
and it's a
Well,
picture
no,
of
what's
Edge.
funny? What's funny is when I saw it,
You what?
when I saw the look, like I saw it off my camera, and
Yeah.
I saw you looking at it, and I was smiling at it.
That's the goat, bro.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah,
Uh,
we
I
we,
know.
we determined that already.
nope.
No, we didn't. But anyway, we're not gonna go over that shit again. Okay. So after the Ricky popped back up and was getting some offense, but then Ethan hits him in the throat, which sold that good. They went back and forth. Oh, so Ethan or Ricky gets to the apron,
Mhm.
or no, Ethan gets to the apron, and then he grabs the. So Ricky goes over there and tries to pull him back in. Ethan gets the rope and kind of ricochets it off his throat.
Yeah, he like
Yeah.
pulled the rope to where it would like ricochet on.
Mm.
Yeah, which is cool. So then he gets him back in, hits the twist of fate or whatever he calls it,
Mhm.
which was twist of fate, and he pins Ricky Saints and wins the North
That's
American
wild. I
Championship.
would think
Bruh.
they. Okay, so
He was no main roster. I
yeah,
thought.
like I thought he was gonna be coming to
Yeah,
the main roster, and Ricky Saints is gonna be like kind of the new star in NXT to hold his own.
I
guess
don't
they.
think that's happening. I
I
think
think
Ricky.
it's the
I'm
other
hearing
way
Ricky
around.
Saints is
Ricky
going to
Saints
main
is, yeah,
roster.
he's supposed to be going to the main
Which
roster now.
What?
Yeah,
I know,
yeah, he's
which I
supposed
don't
to.
agree with.
He's
Yeah.
supposed to be going to Friday Night SmackDown.
He's gonna get buried, dude. You know he's not gonna.
Yeah,
No,
like,
like
why
for
would they
real.
do that?
He's not gonna be anything.
I
Yeah, look
like.
at Andrade.
Oh my god. So I think they should really treat NXT like a brand. I mean, because they're already getting
Yeah.
huge their PLEs are big. I think
Mhm.
they put on the best PLEs wrestling wise,
That's
obviously
true. They
Right
storyline
do put
now?
wise.
on
Yeah,
some great wrestling.
Right,
Yeah.
Battleground was
right
better
now
than
they
Saturday
have
Night
been.
before
yeah.
that.
I
Yes.
mean, like I
Yeah.
think they should really treat it as a like they treat it as a call up, but like they should really keep people there longer. I don't know. That's just my.
Yeah. Well, like
Um.
how long has Ethan Page been there? Like 2 years
A year
now.
now.
A year.
It's
He's been
been
there for a year now.
crazy,
Ricky
dude. Like,
Saints has been there only for like what 3 or 4.
I think
Three,
he's
I think
ready for
4
the main
months.
roster, and I can see him as like a good contender for the Intercontinental Champion for a while. So,
Yes.
but
And I mean, he's already won the NXT championship. He's now North American championship. I mean,
He's
come
done
on,
all there
dude.
is to do.
yeah.
Yes. I really
Gosh.
thought when he lost the NXT title, he was going to go to the main roster. Like,
Because that was like 3 or 4 months into his thing too. So I mean, yeah, he
Mhm.
could have. Oh man. Fatal Influence is backstage. Um, okay, JC. I don't know. She was bugging. She was like, they planned that fight they had at Battleground
Mhm.
to, just to get a championship match against Stephanie.
They
Which
just
planned
for
You
them
mean
to
the
3
sit there
hours.
two-hour
almost the
rant
Yeah,
in
whole
the
fucking
backstage?
show. Yeah. They're just sitting there waiting for that exact.
Yeah, they're
the
just
entire
arguing.
night.
Hey, we're going to sit
Couple
here
nights.
for like 2 hours and wait until Stephanie gets jumped by these two girls.
2 old
And
people.
then I'm going to slap
These
her.
two
These two old
50-year-olds.
Mexican bro-
Hey, I'm just going to slap her 2 hours into the fucking. That's all I do, though.
Oh my gosh, that's
Those women
fucking
look like they're in
great.
their 50s.
Mhm.
Stupid. Yes.
JC said she's gonna bring a championship gold back to the group after Fallon lost hers to who? Stephanie Barker. She lost the North American championship. Nah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Cool. Um, Mike Santana had a little vignette because he's about to have his match.
Mm.
Then Josh Briggs and Nathan's favorite superstar of all
Oh yeah,
This
he's
is one
back.
of my
Nathan.
favorites. He's going to do big things.
Nathan,
in WWE.
you know this is your favorite super.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
time.
What's his name, Bradley? If he's your favorite,
Yoshiki Inamura.
is
Yeah,
that
I
right?
mean
There you go,
that's what I would say. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's close enough.
I think he can beat Seth Rollins. I think he can beat Jey Uso.
He needs to finish his story.
I think he could beat Roman Reigns.
Okay.
He can't beat Will Ospreay though, because Will Ospreay.
Oh yeah, well, Ospreay's the greatest of all
And
time.
Tokyo Dome.
Yeah.
But they said Josh Briggs wants to go after the NXT Tag Team Championships, but Inamura says that he wants something bigger, and so I'm like, okay, that's
TNA
interesting.
tag titles.
No, he wants the NXT title.
So, okay.
Opa.
Like-
he wants
Opa.
Opa.
Hey, Miles Bourne can get shot. Why can't he?
Mike Santana comes out and he's about to face Tavion Heights. No quarter catch crew comes out with him, but Miles comes out, gives him a fist bump on the stage, and walks back, even though Charlie and Ren just stay out there with him. So I thought that was interesting. Mike flies over the top rope. Oh my gosh. He was about 1 foot away from dying.
Oh, really?
I don't know why NXT cannot catch. Like, y'all guys need to catch.
Yeah.
It seems like every week we're talking about somebody almost dying on NXT.
Yeah.
Kelly and I can't catch either. It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't learn when he was in NXT, I guess.
Tavion's huge, by the way. Tavion's a unit. I know he
Yeah,
doesn't, but he's way
big.
bigger than Mike Santana. He barely got any offense this match, even though he's way bigger than Mike Santana. But
Yeah.
I thought that was
It
weird.
seemed like the fans were really behind Santana. So
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
I mean, dudes. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. So, oh my god. Oh, okay, yeah. So Mike Santana hits a loud chop on Tavion. That was
yeah,
super
I've
loud.
seen that clip. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he whips him to the corner, hits an enziguri. Then he whips him to the corner again, but Tavion reverses. But then Mike reverses it back to his backwards rolling cutter, which I thought that spot was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think he calls the Buck 150 or Buck 50 or something like that. He's from the Bronx, so,
Yeah.
so whatever he's doing with that.
They need to be best friends with him.
Tavion gets some offense finally, but that didn't last long. Mike Santana hits a mean super kick. That super kick was crazy. Then he hits a super kick, goes off the ropes, then hits a spinning clothesline, which I guess is finisher. Another clothesline finisher, guys.
Like Brody Lee's finisher. The discus
Yeah.
clothesline. That's what it is.
Yeah, discus clothesline, yeah. And picks up the win, but they hug after the match. It was a sign of respect, so that
Well,
was
here's
cool.
the thing. I think the discus clothesline is a little bit better than the.
Yeah, because you gotta charge up.
Yeah, and like the way Brody Lee did it, it looked fucking crazy. You know, so,
He's a big
Yeah.
dude too.
yeah.
Holy.
So I don't know how it would work with because I seen his discus clothesline on Tavion Heights, and it looked kind of awkward whenever he did it. But
Yeah.
I mean,
that's fine.
JBL's move was just a clothesline, but it was good.
Yeah, but he made
Yeah.
it fucking. Like,
Yeah,
was
he made
actually
That's like the
hitting
first guy to do it though, and he
Yeah.
looked like he was like,
He was,
Oh my
like
God.
straight up just doing that shit, dude. Like as hard as he could.
Well, yeah, he was a piece of shit back then, but
Yeah.
yeah. Wesley and his group has a vignette, and that was cool. I guess they're said they're coming after History and Gold. Yeah. Andre Chase and the Chase U boys were backstage. Andre was telling them to relax, that they need to take the moments and stop like trying to get chances, which I mean, what's wrong with that? But you know. So then they they misunderstood what he said, and so they said they're going to Ava and they want a match. And so Ava's like, all right, I'll give you a match next week against Dark State.
That
But they're like, wait, there's 2 of us and 4 of them. And Ava's like, no, there's 3 of y'all. So that includes Andre Chase. So Andre, it's gonna be a 3-on-3 match, which Andre Chase was mad. He was like, bro, I do not want to face Dark State.
bruh.
Six-man trios match, AEW. Here
That's
we go.
kind of like heelish of them, though, right? Like
What?
the Chase University, like they're like, I don't want to fight them. Like that's kind of like,
I mean, yeah, but that's what Andre was telling them. Stop going up to Ava and asking for crap if you're not gonna
Gotcha.
accept the match. Yeah. Lil Tony had a
God.
promo backstage
Oh no,
with
Tony T.
Luca of Luca basically said he's not with Stacks, even though again he distracted him. He was like, I was just trying to help, I guess, but so they're gonna talk about it, I guess, next week or whatever.
Why are we
Um,
saving this? Because we all know what's going to happen.
All gonna do is
Like,
watch
why
Supreme.
just not do that Battleground?
Anyway, yeah, I guess they're prolonging the story. Your new TNA World Champion Trick Williams comes
Fuck
out, and
that
you already
Trick.
know
Fuck that Trick.
Booker T.
Oh my
acted his
God,
dumb
what he
stuff.
did say, he said something, right? What did he say? Oh my God, it was fucking. He was like, ah, like he did like a fucking evil ass laugh.
Yeah, here's the theme.
Yes, dude.
Oh.
It was like, it was like,
Oh
You know,
my
Booker's
gosh.
crazy for his boy.
yeah. It was,
Oh my gosh. Oh.
give it to me.
So apparently he's like, I don't know how long he's been called Hollywood Trick. I feel like that's like one of the first times I heard it, but
Yeah.
they're calling him
I've heard
Hollywood
this
Trick.
way.
Yeah. Also, why does TNA keep giving their championship to promotion? Because Kenny Omega had it. Like, what
Oh
is?
really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're just
Kenny
like,
Omega.
here,
When
take
he
it,
was
make
in
it relevant
AEW.
for us.
I believe
Yeah,
he had
he-
it.
Did
Didn't
he
he
have
have
it?
it when he was in AEW?
Yeah, he was called the Belt Collector. So he had when he had the AEW World Championship, he had some New Japan. It wasn't the World Championship, but he had New Japan Championship, and then he had the TNA World Championship, all in one time.
Yeah, like a lot
Who did he
of
lose the
titles.
TNA
Yeah, 'cause I
champion
think-
to? Moose probably.
No, I think he lost it to Christian. Right?
Yes.
Oh, it was something like that. 'Cause Christian, it
Yeah,
was, I don't even know
Christian
who he
and
lost
Dean
it
were
to.
in a major rivalry. I believe
Yeah.
Christian took the title off of him.
Yeah, but I'm like, TNA, stop giving your world championships to other promotions. But anyway,
Yeah.
Trick was like, because crowd was loving him, but he was like, bro, y'all were cheering Joe on Sundays, so like, what's up with that? y'all want me to win?
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool. It says the TNA crowd didn't appreciate him, so he's gonna go to TNA and wear that championship proud. Yeah, and so he says the fans turned his back on him, and he said the fans turned his back on him, and one person in the crowd goes, "Who?" Trick turns around and goes, "Yeah, I'm talking about y'all. Y'all did, bro." I'm like, bro, that was.
I've been like, I'm talking about you, you freaking Mark.
So then Trick says TNA is now Trick NA.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Why can't you just say like Trick nonstop action?
I mean,
That's better.
yeah, I just
Trick
like that.
NA.
Then Santana comes out there, and Santana, it's been TNA forever, so he's like, put some respect on TNA. It might cause Trick a pretender. Then here comes Santana.
No.
And it's gonna be Mike Santana and Trick Williams next week for the TNA World Championship on NXT. Titles get defended
NXT.
more on NXT.
Mike Santana's losing. Damn.
God
So
damn
when
it,
is he
yeah.
gonna defend it on TNA? Probably pay-per-views or something like.
So
I guess
they have a pay per view
y'all
coming
do
up,
it.
which we'll talk about that tomorrow. But I don't think he's gonna defend it there though. But
Okay.
anyway, and then they had a brawl, common stuff. Stephanie is backstage with Ava. Stephanie looks short compared to Ava. I know Ava probably had heels on. God, dog. It was like she was a whole foot taller than her. But so they confirmed that they're gonna have a match at Worlds Collide with the two women, of course. But she says Stephanie needs to find a partner, and then Lola Vice comes out and is like, "Hey, I'll be your partner."
I'm a
So
Latina.
that's basically what they're going by. That's the match.
You're Latina. I'm Latina. Thanks, man.
Jada Parker faced Tatum Paxley. I wasn't paying attention to the match at all. No, I'm kidding.
I'm paying.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a short match. Jada Parker hit a backstabber, and Booker T was coming like he normally does.
Oh yeah, man. Hit that backstabber.
Tatum hit like a jumping knee, but it was like almost like the Triple H, kind of like when he does it, where he kind of like holds their head and hits the knee. She actually hit that pretty good, which was cool.
Nice.
Then she tried for her front flip leg drop that she does, and she missed. But Jada sold it. Like she missed entirely. She needed to get her heel on it. But I was like, okay. So then Tatum has these dolls that she has, and so Jada goes outside, grabs the doll, throws it in the ring while Tatum's in there, and Tatum's like, oh, "My doll, no!" And then Jada gets back in the ring and hits her hip thrust thing.
Hypnotic.
Yeah, hypnotic, yeah. And then Jada wins the match. Thea Hale comes out and starts attacking Jada, so they're running with that. Jasper Troy faced off against Dante Chen, which I don't know if you remember. Dante Chen was the guy that Ethan Page took out months ago. So I guess he's back doing his thing.
Jobbing.
Jasper Troy takes a lot of bumps to be like,
To be a big
yeah,
guy?
he's big dude and he's newer. I mean, Dante Chen isn't like a local talent. I mean, he's been on NXT before, but the fact he took a lot of bumps there in this match, which is crazy. I mean, this match wasn't anything crazy.
Match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dante Chen hits a strike. Troy comes off the ropes and runs him over. And then hits a black hole slam. I thought Chen was dead. Oba comes out after the match. And Oba says Jasper got his attention. I think Jasper might take that title off Oba Femi. In my opinion.
Really?
If they're gonna run that match. I don't know. I think it's happening.
I mean, anything could happen if, the women's champion, for instance. We'll talk about that later, but
I mean, Jasper Troy's bigger. I mean, he's bigger. Because think about who's going to take the top off Oba Femi, right? So then you have a guy who's bigger than him, and they're like, I mean, why not?
what are you talking about, Gabe? Miles born here. I'll get another shot.
All right.
Anyway, we're going to pass on that. Okay, so speaking of Miles Osborne, the new quarter catch crew is backstage, and Charlie's like, all right, guys, we need to focus on group things. And Miles is like, no, I barely lost. I want to be a singles competitor.
Yeah.
So Miles and Charlie are gonna face off in a rounds match. I don't think it's next week, but they're gonna face off in a rounds match. If Miles wins, then he's basically out the group and he's gonna be on his own.
I think why he's being like that is because he has Stephanie Valkyrie.
Yeah.
He's trying to get to
do whatever
Raw.
the fuck I want.
He's trying to get to Raw as soon as possible.
I want Booker T to come for me.
Hey, you know how
Booker T,
close he
oh my
was
God, dude,
to
you
being
feel
Oba
like
with
me.
those drop kicks?
Yeah.
Oh my
Booker
god!
T's gonna have to go like extra loud on the
Oh,
every
actually,
time
yeah.
to fucking so Miles Bourne can hear it.
Oh, Ethan Page is in the ring, in a suit and stuff. I'm like, dude, you just all sweaty and stuff just an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
Then he wants to celebrate his win. Javon Evans comes out and is like, hey man, Worlds Collide, North American Championship.
Yeah.
But then Ethan's like, bro, it's Worlds Collide. We're in NXT. But then Laredo Kid comes out. and then Ray Phoenix comes out.
Very
So
excited.
then
for
we're
this match.
getting the Fatal 4-Way for the North American Championship.
I'm
Red
sure
I
it'll
Bulls
be
will
a
collide.
say,
good match.
I would have thought Ricky Saints would have fit better in this match. I do think Ethan Page will do good still, though.
Well, I think they have him in there because he's a bigger guy, and I think Ricky Saints,
Yeah,
you know,
Hmm.
yeah.
they need one big
I
guy.
will
in Fatal
say
4-Way.
this Worlds Collide stuff is kind of getting like AEW. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's kind of
With
like,
Forbidden Door.
yeah,
Yeah.
like like those two women. Like who?
But
Some
at least they are showing the AAA wrestlers on NXT and kind of explaining who they are.
Yeah.
Instead of just
Yeah.
throwing us in there and like, good luck, you know?
The
Yeah.
announcer this past weekend was kind of like Excalibur. With, well, Laredo Kid.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
hey,
Who?
y'all
No.
knew all about him.
yeah.
Who?
um, Robert Stone and Avar backstage, and I'm happy they acknowledged this. How Sean Legacy earned a shot at the North American Championship, and in fact, there's been 2 title matches without him in it.
Yeah.
But the winner, whoever wins at Worlds Collide, will face Sean Legacy for the North American Championship soon, which I thought was
Alright.
great that they acknowledged that. And we'll talk about Robert some more tomorrow on TNA because good lord, because God. Now
Oh
we have our
God, yeah.
main event, women's championship match. Stephanie came out there, and she didn't even do her entry. She said, "Fuck it, I'm going to the ring," and they just started
Damn.
brawling.
Alright.
She said, "Fuck it." Oh my God. They did the fake spot. Booker T was over there mad as all hell.
I need the buzz.
Um,
He won't be getting any buzz anytime soon.
Corey
Jason
as
bitch.
Corey asked Booker if he was conflicted, and he was like, "Yeah, I am." Was
I
like,
didn't get
"Bro,
to
yeah."
yes. I wanted to do that. Oh,
Trying to tear up your damn screen.
Yeah.
sorry. Got too
Um,
into the character.
the 2 women came out that they're facing at Worlds Collide, and they tried to distract Stephanie. Um, oh, okay, yeah. JC went. So after that, JC went for a roll up and kicked out. Um, then got JC in position for the 619. Hit the 619. Oh God! Then she was going for her springboard, but I don't know if it was supposed to be a crossbody or because it looked like a forearm. But I thought she normally does a crossbody there, but it looked pretty cool there.
Yeah.
Stephanie hit JC with a tilt-a-whirl tilt-a-whirl backbreaker thing, which I thought was really cool. Then both women hit like the running face buster when they're kind of just both down on the ring. So they're trying to get up and start hitting each other. Stephanie goes for a black slide rollout, but JC gets out of it, and then Stephanie hits a knee, which holy crap, I thought JC died. Stephanie goes for her SVB, but Fallon gets on the apron, tries to distract her. Then Stephanie pushes JC into Fallon. Then she hits a super kick, and JC goes out the ring, and then they start arguing with each other. So again, they keep teasing the Fallon, JC, their breakup, and then Stephanie jumps on them out from the top rope. So Stephanie gets in the ring, and she finally hits their move. Crowd goes crazy. Booker T starts going wild. But Big Justice was like, "Yeah, you look worse than Michael Cole trying to eat."
Oh. So they just confirmed Yeet is basically. Mhm. No, they basically confirmed it, Tyler. That's what you're eating for.
You're like, yes, J.O.S.O. yeet all over me, Jay.
Yeah, but you
Hey,
all
also,
over me.
please eat on me.
Oh Oh my god, it's gold. Um, Stephanie gets JC in the corner, like on the top rope, and hits her with the hanging arm bar they do from the rope all the time. Um, the ref gets distracted by Fallon. Oh no. Oh, ref gets distracted by Jade and Fallon. Oh no, just by Jade, which is the other woman in Fatal Influence. Then Fallon comes around and hits a 619 around the post. I always like that spot because I think it's cool how they use the post. Um, then so that gets Stephanie down. She rolls back in the ring, and then JC hits her with elbow and wins the NXT Women's Championship.
What was your reaction to that, D? Because
I was,
JC
no.
Jane?
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Like
at
jobber?
work. I would say this. I was at work,
Yeah.
and I get Bradley's text, and I'm like, "You're fucking kidding me!" So I click on Instagram, and that's the first thing I see, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh
When I
my
saw it, I was like,
gosh!"
Why
So
not
you
Jordan
have-
Grace?
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, so yeah, we're just gonna skip Jordan Grace, and we're just gonna give it to JC Jane, who isn't even the person that's over in the fucking group.
Anyways, I think Gigi Dolan was way better than JC Jane. But
Of course you do, Nathan.
Okay, Nathan. Wait,
But I
why do
think-
you say she's better, Nathan?
great assets, man.
Great
assets.
assets.
Yeah, great
Assets.
assets.
Assets. Interesting.
But no, for real though, like in all seriousness, I feel like Gigi was actually a better wrestler
Yeah.
than JC.
She was.
No, I'm
She
kidding,
was.
Yeah, she was.
And
good.
Gigi was again. She was at the end of. She came at the end of Black and Gold, and she was actually a singles wrestler before she joined Mandy and JC.
Yeah.
So I mean, but again, we found out that Jordan Grace is supposed to be going to SmackDown, so we found out why.
Yeah.
But I mean, God dog it.
Which
I
you know,
love Mike
SmackDown
Rome's.
does need more stars for women, but
I agree. Mike Rome's face was funny because they panned to him, and he was like,
Bird?
dude,
they were like, "Bro, grab the mic, do the announcement." He was like, "Oh my god."
Booker T was like, "Oh fuck, man."
It's like Jinder Mahal winning the
Damn,
championship, women's.
And you know what's crazy is now that Stephanie's on Raw, he can't do it no more.
Yeah,
Wait,
he
so
can't
is
do
she
it. That's
actually
the
on
final
Raw
time
now?
he came.
She officially signed with Raw.
She has a qualifying match on Monday.
Yeah.
Or-
It-
Money in the Bank.
Let's hope she's in it, bro. So,
But that means Liv Morgan's not in it.
Booker T's gonna be he's gonna fucking punch Batman.
Nathan,
He's
you're going to be conflicted.
I
That
bet
means
Pat
Liv
McAfee
Morgan-
will do a good job doing it. Come on.
No, watch. This is what's gonna happen.
Michael
Pat
Cole. did it.
McAfee's Michael Cole's gonna be trying to do it, and then fucking Booker T comes out of there and fucking punches the shit out of Michael Cole. And he's like, he's like, I gotta do it before she leaves me.
Hopefully the crowd does it, so
Oh, yeah.
it can sound good.
Oh, they're
hopefully,
gonna do it. Yeah, they're gonna.
but you know
But yeah,
NXT.
Nathan, that means Liv Morgan has to lose too because she's in the qualifying match.
That's okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
I
Oh,
think Stephanie
Oh.
Bakir is a way better wrestler than Liv Morgan.
Oh, well, I
And
thought you were
better,
going off
too.
looks,
And
man.
But
she's
Liv
better,
Morgan's
too.
hotter. No, she's not.
No,
better.
she's
Nah,
not. No, she's
no.
not. Nope.
No.
Stephanie all the way on that one.
Liv
Yeah.
Morgan is.
All
Gabe
right,
agrees. We can tell.
Are we done with the come?
Yeah, and I just love it. I love how I love NXT has new champions, and Nathan will know about new champions in NXT, right?
Oh.
You know who's gonna get?
Oh, yeah.
You know who's gonna get a new championship? Josh Briggs' best friend.
He should be a champion.
Yoshiki Anamura, my favorite wrestler.
Kazuki Inamura is gonna get an NXT championship. He's gonna be Oba.
Yeah.
Watch.
All right, well,
SmackDown.
time for Friday Night Crapdown.
I
It's,
don't know. It was a bad
May
show.
30th, 2025.
That's pretty bad.
So we kick things off. We're in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we opened up with the hometown hero, Bianca Belair.
Whoop, whoop. I'm on my own against the wall.
Okay. Thank you, Mark, for Bianca now.
I like her song, bro.
Yes, her
He's a
theme
great
song is great.
The fans were elated because it is Bianca's hometown, like I said. And she says the last couple of months has been hard for her, and she's glad she's here tonight.
What'd she do? Break her fingers, right?
Yeah, Bianca says that she isn't
Very
100% cleared from her match at WrestleMania, but out comes Naomi.
No! Oh no!
She
Oh
says
no!
that she has been texting and been trying to call Bianca, but no response. It said that she went to Bianca's parents' house, who was
Okay,
sitting in the front row.
fucking crazy
No,
stalker
she
ex girlfriend.
That's what they say. Yeah.
What are
And
you
she
talking
said that no one was home. So she just basically confirmed she was breaking and entering on national television.
Yep, love it.
Arrest her.
Arrest that. Arrest her.
She also said that since no one was home, she decided to go through Bianca's family photos.
What the fuck?
Okay.
This is on the same level as Hangman and Swerve.
Yeah.
Bianca has heard enough, and
But
so
worse.
have I. She warned Naomi that if she ever is close to her family again, she'll do the same thing that Naomi did to Jade Cargill.
Kill her. Alright.
Yeah. Naomi responded that it would be a shame if Bianca or her mother ended up in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Both were saying up to fight, but out comes Jade Cargill, and she went right after Naomi. Then Nia Jax came out
Oh
to,
God.
jo-
Oh,
to join the fray, and this led to their Money in the Bank qualifying match between Nia, Naomi, and Jade Cargill.
Where none of these three I wanted to be in this match.
No.
Nope.
Oh,
No.
oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
just
I
not a
don't
fan
like
of Naomi.
Naomi.
They're building her up, okay?
With what? The
Proceed
caution
with
shit
caution,
is
Gabe.
terrible.
Oh my
It's
god.
and she's bad on the mic. She's
I can enjoy
bad
the
on the
effort.
mic.
I can enjoy the effort.
All right, enjoy the effort, but the effort's trash.
Hell.
Anyways, for the match, Nia throughout the whole match was dominating. She was looking for a double annihilator off the top with Naomi and Jade. She only landed on Cargill, but Naomi managed to counter and do like a roll up. So she's going to Money in the Bank. And like I said, Nathan, they're going to put
Hold on.
caution tape around the briefcase.
That roll up though, tell me
Watch,
why
they're
it
going to
took
sell that.
fucking.
Yeah.
Tell me why it took Naomi to do. It took like 10 seconds to put that fucking roll up.
Well,
I mean,
Nia
it is
Jax
Nia
is
Jax.
that's a big
Yeah.
bitch.
It's Nia Jax.
It looked like Nia
God
Jax was
dang.
literally crushing Naomi.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I guess out of
Anyways,
the three, I would have rather had Naomi win. Out of the
Go.
three,
No, I'd say Jade. I'd rather have Jade
Jay
win
can't
than.
do it either.
A ladder match?
Jade in a
I mean,
ladder
okay.
match. Yeah,
I guess. Well, we've had the big
Fuck
show in a
that.
ladder
You know what?
match
No,
before,
I'd
so
want Nia.
special
You're right. I'd want
ladder.
Nia. I'd want Nia Jax to be
Hey,
in
Big
that.
Show got one.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Um, then from commercial break, we see Brian Saxton interviewing the women's champion Tiffany Stratton, but they were both interrupted by Naomi and Alexa Bliss, basically warning Tiffany if they win Money in the Bank. They're warning her like what they're going to do if they win Money in the Bank. Like she wouldn't know.
like
Okay.
she didn't do it last year.
Exactly.
Like it's Money
Like
in the Bank. It's
bitches,
been
I already
around for
did
like
this
how
shit
long?
before.
I know what the fuck happens, you stupid bitch.
It's bitchy
Yeah.
time.
Well, next up is JC Mateo versus R-Truth.
Okay.
Well, don't they have a segment before?
Yeah, I'm getting to it.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
The match happened due to a backstage segment earlier because Truth thought JC Mateo was the husky son of Solo Sikoa.
This shit was so fucking funny, man.
I love
He shouldn't be
I
saying
fucking
he's the
love,
husky son of
bro.
Rhino.
I know. He should have said, "Bro, oh my."
Bro, I fucking love our truth though.
Oh, I can't
He's
say
just
that in
too
AW
fucking
shit.
funny, man.
That's fucking funny. All right.
I love our truth. Goddamn, he's funny.
As for the match, it was basically a squash match. Mateo hits the Tour of the Islands for the win.
Yeah.
After the match, Solo and JC attack Truth, but out comes Jimmy Uso
No yeet.
with a chair.
I don't yeet with kids.
That's true. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he doesn't eat with kids.
He's the face in all of this.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
It doesn't matter. They take him out anyway, so I can wait for Truth and Jimmy Uso to win the tag title.
Hey, I wouldn't mind it.
I
Wait,
can.
SmackDown though? Ugh.
Raw.
Not with the
Raw.
SmackDown division.
Move him to
Raw's
Raw, yeah.
division, maybe.
Or just have Jimmy and Jey Uso be tag titles again. Make it relevant.
Well, they're not going to do that because
No, Jay with the world title sounds better. Right
He's
now.
gonna lose it in
No,
Leeds
it
sometime
doesn't.
soon. Don't worry. Gunther's gonna beat him June 9th.
No, he's not.
Anyway, that's not happening. All right.
He's gonna tap that little bit out again.
Okay, next we get in-ring promo of the SmackDown Tag Team division between the tag champs, the Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, Fraxium, and DIY with Candice LeRae.
Mhm.
They're all arguing who should have the next opportunity for the tag champs. Then out comes the Wyatt Six, and they murder everybody.
Yeah.
So I guess they're coming after the tag belts first. So it should be interesting, better than what they're doing at first. And once again, SmackDown's tag team division way better than Raw's.
Gotcha.
Way better.
Who do you think like are gonna go for the tag titles? Like Joe Gacy and Eric Rowan, or
It's going to be Dexter and Lumis, I think.
Dexter and Gacy, or
All right, Dexter and Gacy,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
Up next is Los Garza versus Javon Evans and Ray Phoenix.
Javon Evans.
This was a
Yeah, Javon
nice
Evans.
surprise.
Okay.
Mainly this match happened just to sponsor Worlds Collide.
Mhm.
But the North American champion, Ethan Page, is on commentary promoting his match, which will be a fatal four-way, like Tyler said. Page, Phoenix, Evans, and Laredo Kid.
Yeah.
And then Legado will also have a six-man tag match at Worlds Collide. I forgot it gets to you.
They're facing some random AAA people. I know that one of them is like an actual big star though in there.
As for the match, it's very fast-paced. Ethan Page later took out Phoenix outside of the ring. Then Ethan shoved Evans off the top rope and led to Angel and Berto hitting their tag team finisher on Evans for the win.
Really?
And that's really rare to see a Los Garza win.
I was
Yeah.
actually surprised. I was like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, they gotta
but
build
hitting-
them up to fight
Yeah.
to other people.
Yeah.
It just sucks for Javon because that was his SmackDown debut.
I mean, yeah, but he's a rookie.
Buried.
Yeah.
After all, after all that, we get like a Wyatt Six video package, basically saying, "Uncle Howdy, we won't stop until we receive what is owed."
Okay.
Then next, we have a match that I don't care for: Selena Vega versus Alba Fire.
Oh God. Yeah, just skim through that one.
Sadly, I cannot.
Selena wins. That's it.
Chelsea Green accompanied her secret Hervis outside the ring.
Yeah.
The fact we're still doing this feud is
Is
infuriating.
Chelsea
Like
Green,
they
was
said
she
that.
wearing a mask or anything?
Yeah,
She was like
a
what's his name?
bedazzled
Cody.
mask.
Mm.
They stated that Selena has a 5-0 record over Chelsea, so why are we doing this still?
Yep. You know why? Because the
We don't have
U.S.
any other
women's
women?
title
No.
is not shit, I guess, to them.
Well, they don't. I mean, the other women that are competing for it is Michin and BFAB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why the fuck can we not give someone else the chance to take the title?
We'll get
Why
to
need
it
Naomi
later.
to get that? So why need Naomi to get that?
Sure, I'll take Naomi. Fucking.
I would
Yeah.
take Naomi at this point, shit. Or Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Selena, Chelsea's wearing the bedazzled face mask because Selena hit her for real on that botch 619.
Yeah.
Green throughout the match was trying to hit Vega with the mask, but she accidentally hit Piper Niven with it instead. This distracted Alba, and this allowed Selena to hit the code red for the win, so who cares?
Yep.
Then we cut to Selena walking backstage, but then we see Julia staring at her belt.
I'm
Please
hoping
give it
that
to
would
her.
be good. See, that would be
Julia,
nice.
take the title off.
Yeah. Please give it to her and make it relevant. Give
Yeah.
her a better women's mid card roster besides Michin, Selena, B-Fab, and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Get others involved.
They have a bunch
I'm
of
sorry,
NXT
Selena.
women that they could call up for that, like Tatum
Yeah.
Paxley or something like that. Like just, you know, that
Selena is more of a manager than a wrestler.
needs.
Like
Yeah, I liked
she's.
her when she was managing more.
I don't think she could wrestle like a whole match. in
No,
my opinion.
I don't think so because after Saturday night's
Yeah.
main event, Jesus fucking Christ,
All right.
that 619 ruined everything.
Yeah. Then Damian Priest is in the ring. He cuts promo and says, "Thank you to Drew for bringing out the Scottish Warrior at Saturday night's mid event. Even though the WrestleMania match was better, what I thought so. But anyways, Priest says the next order of business is the United States Championship and says, I am coming for you, Fatu. You know what I mean? He didn't say that.
No, but you know what he did say? He said "wepa,
What
said-
the?
wepa."
What the fuck does
I
that
don't-
mean?
He always
I
says that.
He always says it. I don't know what the fuck it means, but it sounds stupid as fuck.
Hey, take it easy. Take it easy.
"Wepa."
All right. Next
Like-
is the Money in the Bank qualifying men's match. Andrade versus Carmelo versus Fatu. This match was really good. He got three good talents in the ring. There were just interferences from like Solo, JC Mateo, and Jimmy Uso later coming out.
Mm.
All three of those men got involved on the outside. This distracted Jacob Fatu, and he got thrown out by Andrade. And Andrade hits the message on Carmelo Hayes for the win.
Yes.
You
Bring
On.
out
stupid.
the briefcase for Andrade.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I
What's
really
wrong,
wanted Hayes
Jay?
to win this match.
Bush.
No,
Baby. Carmelo
our
Hayes.
goodness.
Bull. That is bull, bro. I don't. Andrade could have been in the match, but the fact Carmelo's not in the match pisses me off.
Yeah, I could do
Yeah.
without.
I honestly thought he
Oh,
was
yeah?
gonna be that person to win the
Guys,
briefcase.
Oh yeah. All right, fine. When Seth wins again, I hope y'all are fucking happy about that.
I'm not gonna be
I'm
happy about that.
Honestly, the person I mainly
Look,
want to win at this point
Jay's
is LA Knight.
involved in the Seth storyline, and that's going to end up costing him, I think. He's too much involved, and on Raw, I could see Seth curb stomping him 1, 2, 3.
I got that boy Zero Miedo winning.
Okay, you mark.
No,
You can't
bro,
be
serious.
serious.
Nathan, get the
You
fuck
can't-
up out of here
There's
with
no
that shit.
way.
Enzo is not winning it, bro. I am sorry to break your fucking heart on
I
that.
think he's the least likely besides Andrade.
Hey,
That's
Nathan,
it.
you know,
Yes.
pick him on your predictions then. If you're so bold
I
about
I
it.
guarantee
I'll
you.
pick
Yeah.
Andrade.
No, I'm gonna pick Andrade.
Somebody's got to take that belt off of Tyler.
Nah,
All right.
I don't think it's happening.
Then we cut backstage to LA Knight and said that he punched his ticket to the ladder match. Then Aleister Black comes up and says, "Off my finisher," and that victory was because of like him. And then he says, "You're welcome." All right, thanks for coming.
That was
He
the end
just
of
walks
that.
away.
Yeah,
That was
Okay.
Black, yeah. He's like, yeah,
thanks for coming.
you're welcome for that. And I'm just gonna walk away from you.
Well, now we get to the ending segment, the return, Nathan, of your favorite hero, Cody Rhodes. Nathan's crying tears of joy because his quarterback has returned.
He's sucking Cody Rhodes' cock.
Hey. American
God damn it.
Nightmare.
Nathan, quote his line. What
American
does he
Nightmare
kick it off
come.
with?
What?
You gotta
What
say
does
his line.
Cody Rhodes say his line?
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, he says it.
You fucking Mark.
I actually watched a What Do You Want to Talk About podcast with Brady Rhodes.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about that.
Pretty
Probably a good watch.
It was a good watch.
Cody
Fucking-
talks about what he did after losing in the main of WrestleMania against John Cena. He said he went home and had many drinks. So I guess in the process he became a raging alcoholic, like Stone
Just
Cold.
like Hangman Adam Page.
Decided to be his wife, but anyways, he refocused and says the reason I came back at Saturday night's
You
main event
stupid bitch.
No. It's because I was looking for a fight against the man who stole my life's work from that night in Vegas. Cody says he doesn't know if Cena's plan will succeed in the plan to ruin wrestling, but if it does, I'm to blame as well. Cody said John forced him to make a choice at WrestleMania, but he hesitated, which ended up costing Cody the title, and says that he'll never hesitate again when it comes to John Cena. Cody then says he's got a surprise for Tennessee. Then Jay Uso comes out and yeets all over Knoxville in Cody's mouth.
Give it to me, Jay. Give it to me, Jay.
Until we eat again.
That's the greatest
like
tag
those
team
heat
right there.
strokes?
Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, former
Some
tag
guys
team
I
champions.
fucking hate.
Yeah.
Hey Cody, you like those heat strokes?
I
Yes, I
don't.
do.
Because Cody loves eating too, and Jay even got encore. God help me. Say the 4 letters of hell, Tyler.
All letters, one word. Yeet.
I love it.
Was that it?
Oh,
John Cena thankfully breaks this shit up. The yeet orgy.
Oh, boo.
And
You
says
ruined the eating.
it says the 2 men in that ring are just John Cena wannabes. But there's
How
only one
dare
man
you.
who lives up to hustle, loyalty, respect the same way that I do. My tag team partner, Logan Paul. I agree.
Okay.
Of course, this guy agrees.
Yeah, loyalty, filming a dead body in the fucking woods. Okay.
Guys, I think there's a
Respect.
dead
He was
person.
respecting.
Guys, I think there's somebody hanging.
my God. It's
Logan
weird.
Paul says to the Tennessee crowd that they may all still live miserable lives, but at least they can see Logan Paul and John Cena in a WWE ring at the same time. Paul then says the only thing missing is that World Heavyweight Championship, and says Jey Uso got lucky this past Saturday. He needed Cody to cheat for him. I mean, yeah, obviously Jay's a heel. Because Jay isn't a self-made man on his own. Logan says he can't wait for next Saturday. Jay says he don't gotta wait. And Cena was trying to walk away, but Logan says we should do it right now. So yeah, like Cena was arguing with Paul right there.
Mhm. Already they're
Uh,
fucking mad at each other? Okay.
yeah. Logan, Cody says Logan's gonna polish John Cena's peacemaker.
That shit was funny. No,
Yeah.
that shit was funny as fuck when he said that. He's like, "What are y'all gonna go do, Logan? You gonna go polish his peacemaker?"
That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cody could get some good lines every once in a while.
He's a great
That shit
promo.
was super funny.
John goes for the AA on Cody, but Cody gets out of it. Then Cena gets super kicked by Jay. Then a disaster kick by Cody. Cena gets out of there. Then Jay Uso and Cody Rhodes hit the Cody. I am not fucking lying. You heard me right.
That's what it's called.
Joe
The
Tessitore, I
Cody.
fucking hate you. The 1D, the Cody.
Yeah.
Yeet. Cody.
God,
Love
what
it.
in the fucking
Yeet.
Michael Cole?
I love it.
Hey, Bradley. Cody. Yeet.
Is that
Was that
award
end of,
nominee or is
was
that
that
award
the end
winner?
of SmackDown?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. It ended with Cody.
Alright.
Yeet.
I think, me personally, I feel like NXT might have been the better show.
Yeah,
Again.
I want to say that was probably the best show.
Because they had 2
Stacy
new
getting
champions,
ruined.
so.
Okay.
Unexpected.
Are we doing
champion.
trivia by chance?
Yes, but Bradley's gonna do the trivia.
Ask. Okay.
Yes, and because
Because
Tyler
I went
still
to-
has 0 points.
I think I've only got asked once.
So yeah, NXT is in the
Yeah.
lead right now. NXT with 2 points, Raw with 1 point, SmackDown with 1 point.
The better show represented by the better champion.
Oh,
Yeah, you just got
damn. That's
you know,
funny. That's funny because I'm the world champ here, buddy.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, buddy, your shows are terrible. Anyway,
Hey, at least I have the main fucking title around my waist. You have.
that's fine.
Hey,
As
you
long as
have
my
that,
shows are better.
Gabe, hold on. You have that little kitty title for all
Fine by
those little
me.
new gens.
It's fine by me. Hey, love it.
Hey, Nathan, are you going to get the AEW title soon? Right? The shit title? Because that's what it is.
We'll see. We'll see.
Cody!
All right, Bradley, you got some trivia pulled up?
Hold on.
All right.
I'm trying to think of them.
Cody.
I'm not trying to think of that.
That's all
Okay,
you
how
can
many
think about
times
right
has
now.
Jey Uso yeeted?
Come on.
$1 million?
Yeah.
Infinite.
He's
Okay,
eating as we speak.
Tell me I'm lying. No, you can't.
I could think, like, it's hard.
Okay.
If you don't, I have one.
Okay, Tyler, if you have one, then you just.
It was who won the 1988 Royal Rumble?
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Okay.
You don't even know the answer to the
No.
question?
I'm letting everyone
That's the
else
very
answer.
first Royal Rumble.
I mean, if he said it right first and he's got it right, then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was Hacksaw Jim
I
Duggan.
think
Yeah,
I
I was the
gave
first
all
Rumble.
Yeah,
I
Because
can't
I-
remember if that was the first one or.
that is.
All right,
Yeah.
Bradley has 5 points. I have 3 points. Gabe has 2 points. Tyler has 0.
No, what the fuck?
Anything?
What? Trivia thing was wrong.
So I'm the trivia champion.
Yeah,
I
you're
get
the
that
trivia champion right now.
That's more like a
that.
24/7 title.
Yeah.
This is a 24/7 title,
No,
basically.
Because
that's
it's going to
Yeah.
get passed
champion
around.
of knowledge.
That's the round.
That's the 24/7 one. Yeah, you got the low title
It's the
belt.
champion of being a fucking mark.
Hey, no, Gabe is the biggest mark here because he won NXT's, and he watches NXT like a fucking hawk.
Yeah.
I just think it's the better show, okay?
Anybody
Nathan
else?
watches AEW like a hawk.
It's
Yeah,
'cause
and he hasn't even.
If I didn't have to do this podcast, no, I don't have to do this podcast.
So like,
but
when
I
are we
want to
doing
do this
the
podcast.
AEW title? Fucking...
Or not. That's the problem.
We don't have $60. The fucking. I mean, we do. It's
Oh
just,
well, I mean, I just was wondering because
Yeah, I'm
think
not
Nathan
spending
wants to win that
$60
title.
a fucking pay-per-view to watch that shit, dude.
on like
Yeah.
shit like Double or Nothing. How that was.
Yeah,
Well, anything else you want to add before I end the podcast?
not really, not that I know of.
No. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching the Ring Banter podcast. That was Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. Join us tomorrow for AEW and TNA. I gotta finish watching AEW. It's
Sadly.
Yeah. If you haven't subscribed or followed or liked the videos, watched the videos, please do at the Ring Banter podcast. We very much appreciate it. But anyways, I'm your host Nathan Bain, Gabe Jones, Bradley Bain, and Tyler Bain. Goodbye.